morning, everyone. It's time to begin this press conference, and we are picking up right where we left off from the spring semester. We had a banner year last year. We had several of our student athletes to sign letters of intent or commitments to play at the collegiate level, and we are starting off the year right back doing that, and I couldn't be happier for Taylor Meeks. She is going to sign a letter of commitment to Bryan College to further her career to play basketball. I couldn't be more excited for her. I'm so proud of her, and I will say a little more about that here in just a few minutes. But what will happen is that I'm going to turn it over to our director of schools here in just a second, and he's going to read us a prepared statement. Then after that, I'll say some few words about Taylor. Coach Odom has some things he'd like to say as well. Then after that, then Ms. Taylor will try to accomplish a statement from her. We'll see how that works out, but I think she'll do fine. Then after that, we'll excuse ourselves. We'll have her family come up here along with her coaches and sign her letter of intent. And following that, then we'll open the floor to the media for questioning at that time. Mr. Curtis.
Good morning. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here today to see these smiling faces of all of our athletes. And as I tell our athletes every time we do one of these, it'll be your turn up here in a year or a couple years. And so that's what your aspirations are to be sitting where Ms. Meeks is sitting here today. William Jennings Bryan University, the great university. And Taylor, I think you have selected a great school, a very historic school. So the old history teacher comes out, William Jennings Bryan. So the Scopes trial there in Dayton, Tennessee. I was telling Coach Smith earlier that as a graduate of Lee University, they were my enemy back in the day in the 80s. So, but now we're partners together, and you picked a great school to go to. I'd like to say that William Jennings Bryan College was the name was shortened in 1993 to Bryan College, a member of the NAIA, National Christian College Athletic Association. Bryan College women's basketball participates at the highest level of competition while striving to seek excellence both on and off the court. And their conference affiliation is with the Appalachian Athletic Conference and consisting of schools from Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. So Coach Smith, we're honored to have him here in Cannon County today. Coach Smith, come back anytime and recruit any of our athletes that you can, or as many as you can. So we appreciate that so very, very much. In 2018-2019, in fact, you're going to be a Lion. So you don't have to change the insignia. They're Lady Lions of Bryan, and you're certainly a Lionette, and we appreciate you so much, Taylor, what you've done. Cannon County Schools congratulates Ms. Taylor Meeks on her signing with Bryan College, and we look forward to her representing Cannon County Schools and specifically Cannon County High School at the collegiate level. So congratulations, young lady.
Thank you.
Coach Coe.
I just want to take this time to say a few words about Taylor. I couldn't think of a better ambassador to represent us, to represent this, this school, this town, this community, these people, than Taylor. She's worked extremely hard. She's very determined. She's very passionate, and I appreciate that about her. And I'm going to tell something about her. It may embarrass her a little bit, but it's okay. I've earned that privilege. So I've had the privilege of having her in class a couple of years ago, and first couple of days, I would call her, instead of Taylor Meeks, I call her Taylor Made, because I like to play golf, that brand, that Taylor Made golf. So, and I would say, "Hey, Taylor Made, how's it going?" She was very quiet, very reserved, and she looked at me very odd. I was like, "Well, okay, I get that look a lot." So there's for a couple of days I would say that, and so she asked Abby Maynard, I believe, who was also in that same class, does he not know my name? Why is he calling me Taylor Made? And so Abby had to explain to her what Taylor Made was. And she said, "Oh, okay, I get it." Okay, so it was a compliment. I said, "Yeah, it's a compliment." So, but no, it's just, I just appreciate Taylor so much. She deserves this. She's worked very hard. We've worked through some pretty difficult times and through some really good times, and I'm just proud of her. And it couldn't happen to a better person. I know she's going to represent, like I said, the school well. She's going to do great things, and at the end of the day, it's about the kids, and it's about her, and it's about developing her. I mean, she comes from a good family, and she really does. Her parents are really good. She has a good sister that's really helped her and developed her and guided her, and I just had a small part in it. I was very fortunate to have just a very small part in this, and I couldn't be more honored to sit beside you and for you to do this, and I appreciate it very much. So thank you, Taylor. Coach Owen.
Kind of what Mr. Curtis and Coach Cagle said. It's an exciting day for Taylor, her family, our basketball team, and our school as a whole. As Mr. Curtis said, this has been a great trend, or Coach Cagle said, of a lot of athletes being able to move on to the next level. Like Coach Cagle said, this is something that Taylor has worked for and earned. Countless hours in the gym. Very few weeks have ever went by that I haven't personally had a text, can I get in the gym? And I'm sure other coaches as well. Numerous summers sacrificed playing AAU, putting herself out there for a lot of years. So this is well-deserved and well-earned, and it's been a privilege to coach Taylor the last 3 years. Taylor's known by most as an outstanding three-point shooter, but she does a whole lot more. And something that I think's really developed the last couple of years is her ability to see the floor in transition, whether it's Taylor getting a rebound and leading the break, or her floor vision to find a teammate or to fill a lane and spot up for a shot, do a great job in transition. One of our most active players defensively, finds a way to get her hand on a lot of basketballs, a lot of deflections, a lot of steals. So Taylor's way more than a three-point shooter, as your future coaches know already. You've really developed as a whole player. You really have. Last spring, or still this spring, I guess, in May, I told Taylor a story during our district meeting back in February when we did the all-district voting and things like that. I had a coach from another school in our district that voted Taylor to the all-district team. And it was a team, I think Taylor only scored 6 or 8 points against them, something like that. But he told me, he said, I voted for Meeks because we have to scheme and alter our game plan because of her ability. So, even in the games that Taylor didn't score a great deal of points, she was affecting other teams' plan of attack and helping create opportunities for a teammate. So, basketball ability, you've well deserved and well earned this, Taylor. But even beyond that, as talented as you are, Bryan College is getting an even better person. And I know you guys already know that. Outstanding faith and character, never has a bad day, or if she does, she doesn't show it. But again, tremendous faith and character. Like Coach Cagle said, the definition of what a student athlete should be. Been very involved in the community, has helped coach our youth basketball team. One of our youth basketball teams. You love the kids, they love you. So you're going to be great in the Bryan College community and in the city of Dayton. We had privilege to go there this summer for a summer camp. A beautiful campus, very beautiful campus. It's growing, a lot of construction happening. So Taylor Meeks is going to Bryan at a good time, and Bryan is very fortunate to have Taylor. So again, congratulations to you, to your family, and we look forward to this senior season.
I'd like to thank you all for coming today, and mostly for God for giving me this ability to be here today. And I'd like to thank my parents and my whole family and grandparents for sacrificing everything from moving down here to playing ball with the greatest teammates in the whole nation, probably. And I'm just so thankful. And for all the coaches that have coached me back there in the back for all the years and everything they do for me. And the new coaches that I will have next year for all that they have done and for trusting me and thinking I'd be a good part of their program. So thank you all. And for all these guys. Not really.
So bad. All right. That's fine. Hey, I love you. Here's your pen.
congratulations, young lady.
Thank you. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You remember how to spell your name?
Yeah.
I always forget. You got it on there.
Can't even write down. That's what today is. I don't know if that's what today is.
Had to move the camera out for you. Yeah, no doubt.
All right, any questions for me?
Oh, boy.
Taylor, what stood out about Bryan College that made you really excited to be going there, getting your basketball career and your education?
Well, originally I was looking for a Christian college, and they have just everything that you could even dream of up there, and it's a small school to be a part of, and I love it there.
Talk about some things that the coaches at Bryan have told you they want you to work on this upcoming season to prepare you for playing at the next level.
As Coach Lawhon has told me many, many times, that I will get in more trouble if I don't shoot the ball than if I did, or if I pass up a shot. So yeah.
Bryan College is someplace that you've actually, participated in a lot of camps and done some AAU tournaments in and stuff like that. When did it all start with the Bryan College experience?
Well, I went to a Lee University camp one time, and they were up there, and I didn't even know anything about Bryan. And so they invited me to their camp and toured the campus, and I just automatically fell in love with everything when I went up there.
What attracted to the coaches, what attracted Ms. Meeks to become on the map for you guys?
Well, like she said, we saw her at the elite event, and what struck out was her ability to shoot it. We like to shoot the ball. I mean, we're a green light team. We like to get up and down the court and shoot it, and we're always looking for shooters. And so her shooting ability caught our eye to begin with, and then we invited her to an elite camp to our place, and it just kind of just went from there. But obviously her shooting caught our eye, and then to get to know her, other things stand out. So that's about it to begin with.
What do you see her full potential, like her max out potential, once she gets to her senior year and you guys have a chance to work with her for a few years? What do you think she can achieve?
Man, if you can figure that out, you can be making more money than me. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always said, potential is, the best definition of potential is hasn't done it yet. So her ability is, without getting her into, the camp, I'm not gonna limit her to say, hey, we don't limit any of our kids' abilities. I mean, we want them to maximize. The best player I ever coached scored 25 points a game, 15 boards a game, 5 assists, 5 steals, and for the whole time of his career, I was saying, you're better than that. And he finally figured out he was better than that. So we're going to push her and push her and push her, and ultimately we get the best out of her, and I don't know what that is. But we will push her to whatever ceiling we can get her to.
Taylor, you're going to be one of the leaders of Cannon County's girls team this year. Talk about the season, some things you guys have worked on in summer, and some things you talked about and goals that you have personally and as a team for this upcoming season.
A lot of us have been like playing AAU constantly this past summer, going to Louisville and Atlanta and places like that, Knoxville. And this next upcoming season, we hope it goes way farther than we have in the past years. And so hopefully we'll see what happens.
Well, you guys won in the AAU a couple of tournaments, especially that down in Louisville, I believe it was. That translates, and you hope that it probably goes over to your high school senior season as far as making it into the postseason and going further as well. What were some of those experiences like? Because, I mean, you guys as a team accomplished some really good things in the AAU this year.
So it's crazy because like the people that we're playing against, we're probably going to be playing against in college too. So, and they're all really, really good teams and players and everything. And so we're very excited for everything.
We're talking about the athletic side, of course, but academically, what are you planning to study in college, and what are you planning career-wise?
Something in the dental health field, something, not real sure yet.
Okay.
I don't know.
You got plenty of time to make that decision.
I hope so.
All right, so Mom or Dad want to chime in about how proud you are of Taylor, and you know, one thing, she's going to be pretty close to home, so you'll be able to go see some basketball games.
Yes, we are very proud of her. She's worked really, really hard. She's been very determined since she was playing junior pro that she wanted to get to this level, and she's stubborn in a lot of ways, but in this way, I guess it's been a good thing because she's pushed herself to reach goals. I know in elementary school there was a picture on the wall of a girl that had scored so many points, and she was probably in the 2nd grade, and she said, I'm going to beat that record. And she did. She worked and she did, and we were very proud of her for that. But she's always been determined to make it to this point, and I'm very proud of her.
Taylor, talk about Coach Odom and some things that he's really emphasized as your head coach here on the high school level, maybe even the one aspect that he's pushed you the hardest on.
Be confident and not get my head down because I tend to do that a pretty good bit if I can't hit a few threes in a game. But so just keep your head up, really.